Welcome to Cursed Voices, where shadows linger and whispers echo in the dark. Tonight, I'll take you to a small, forgotten house on the edge of a forest, where an innocent dare unlocked a sinister secret. Listen closely, for this is the story of the Whispering Door. It was supposed to be a simple challenge. Spend one night in the old abandoned house. Locals called it the Grayson Place, a rotting relic of the 1800s, with broken windows and walls warped from decades of neglect. Jake, Lisa, and Eric. Three friends, hungry for a thrill, laughed at the idea that the house was cursed. "The stories are just meant to scare kids," Lisa said, stepping through the creaking doorway. Inside, the air was damp, heavy, and filled with a strange metallic scent. Furniture was overturned, and the peeling wallpaper seemed to shift under their flashlights. But what caught their attention was a door at the end of the hallway. It was painted black, unlike the rest of the house, and bore deep scratch marks as if someone or something had tried to claw their way in or out. Jake smirked. "Bet it's just a closet," he said, grabbing the handle. "Don't?" Lisa's voice wavered. "But what if it's locked for a reason?" But Jake was already pulling. The door swung open without resistance, revealing nothing. Still, something felt wrong. The temperature plummeted, and an odd sound filled the air. A low, breathy whisper, like someone muttering, just out of earshot. "Father fears dying." "Did you hear that?" Eric asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Lisa nodded, clutching her flashlight tighter. "Let's just go back to the living room." But as they turned, the door slammed shut behind them. The whispers grew louder, now clearly coming from inside the room. It was a chorus of overlapping voices, all speaking in a language none of them recognized. Another chimed to hard pains. A whisper, "Stay where you are." Jake, who had been so confident, froze. "It's just the wind," he muttered, though his shaking hands betrayed him. "Exercising is anything to do to keep my mind off." Lisa's flashlight flickered, then died. Eric fumbled with his phone, but the screen wouldn't turn on. The only light came from the faint glow under the black door, which seemed to pulse with every whisper. "What is that?" Lisa stammered, pointing at the chair. It was no longer empty. A figure sat there now, its outline barely visible in the dark. It was hunched, its head tilted, as if listening to the voices. Slowly, it began to turn toward them. "Run!" Eric screamed, pulling the others toward the front door, but the hallway stretched impossibly long, each step dragging them further away from their escape. Behind them, the whispers turned into screams, shrill, angry, and inhuman. Jake was the first to stumble. He turned back, and his horrified scream echoed through the house as the black door burst open, spilling shadows that swallowed him whole. Lisa and Eric barely made it out. As they reached the overgrown lawn, the house fell silent, its windows dark and lifeless. Jake was gone, and the black door, along with its terrible whispers, was nowhere to be seen. They say the Grayson place still stands, but no one dares to enter. Sometimes, at night, passers-by claim to hear whispers leaking from the cracks in the walls, begging to be let out. But if you're ever brave enough to find that black door, remember, it only opens for those it chooses. Hear those dung indocents who think they may find their way out of the darkness that chance to blast the right. This has been Cursed Voices. Until next time, listen carefully to the silence. You never know what might be whispering back.